And welcome back everybody to Let's Play Sonic Origins Plus. In the last episode, we went through Lava Reef Zone of Sonic 3 and Knuckles, and we got to pretty much the sacred altar of Angel Island. We're at the Hidden Palace Zone. So without further ado, let's head on into the Hidden Palace Zone. This place is kind of special. This is probably where the climax of Sonic 3 and Knuckles happens. So we're gonna come over here, just, you know, it's kind of different than the Hidden Palace Zone we saw in Sonic 2, but, you know, it kind of reminds me of that area that we were at with the Super Emeralds. Kind of has that same vibe, it has the same music and everything. But yeah, Hidden Palace Zone is kind of a really neat level. I like this level a lot. It's more of a cutscene than it is a level more than anything. You'll understand when I get to it. When we get here, there's a teleporter here. We just step on it and it just teleports us upwards. I really like the backdrop with the like it's right in the middle of the volcano opening, and you can kind of see the Death Egg face there. You just kind of come up here, just head up this way. I think this is the beginning of the level. Yeah. I'm going the complete wrong way. I just kind of want to explore this area because we're not going to be here for very long. Yeah, just keep on coming up here, and then there we go. We got a checkpoint here. We're going to go ahead and do this bonus minigame because why not? It was right there. I thought you had to have 50 rings in order to activate this bonus minigame, but I guess you don't really need to have 50 rings. We had like, what, 37? But if we come in here, well, right there, and you'll see our old friend Knuckles here. Yeah, we're actually gonna have to fight Knuckles now. Yeah, he's ready for a match and everything else. We're just having to beat him up. This boss fight really isn't that hard. He's gonna dodge. He's gonna like mostly defend against most of your attacks. But the thing is, though, he's got an opening. Whenever he jumps up and starts gliding, that's when you can attack him. But take notice of the mural in the background. This mural actually has a lot of importance in Sonic lore lately. Pretty much that. I know it's taken me forever to do that. The music stopped playing already. But I wanted to explain a lot of stuff. But after that, you defeat Knuckles. He's like, oh boy, what's going on over here? And you just come over here, and there's the Super Emeralds with the Master Emerald. And Knuckles is realizing, hey, Eggman, why are you taking the Master Emerald? You can attack Eggman's Eggmobile here, but it won't do you any good. Knuckles is gonna hang on dear life for the Master Emerald, but Eggman's not gonna have it. And this is the realization that Knuckles was fighting on the wrong side the whole time. Eggman tricked him. He was the true villain all along. Who could have guessed? But Knuckles tells us to come on and just follow him. So we're gonna follow him. And he's gonna jump onto this teleporter. So without further ado, let's jump on and follow him. And this takes us to the true Hidden Palace Zone. The Sky Sanctuary Zone. This is by far my favorite level in the entire game. I love Sky Sanctuary. As you can see, with the power of the Master Emerald, Eggman has relaunched his Death Egg. Unfortunately, we couldn't stop it this time, but there's a way we can probably bring it back down. So Knuckles comes over here and activates the switch, and he's just too tired from our fight and being electrified. He's just gonna stick around here for right now. But at least he paved way for us to go through onwards here. I love Sky Sanctuary Zone. The music is really good. I love the fighting the Egg Robo Badniks here. That's what these Badniks are called. They're called Egg Robos. They're basically robots in Eggman's image, kind of. So yeah, they shoot giant laser and everything else, and they're really kind of a cool thing here. You can't just jump on this thing and spin around. But yeah, this is like a giant merry-go-round. You can kind of go around that way. I always like getting on top of the column here because it works the same way. But yeah, this zone is really cool. I love the music. I love the atmosphere. I just love this. This zone is really good. One reason why this zone was picked in Sonic Generations. Unfortunately, you can fall down pretty easily and kind of negate everything that you've done. So that's the only bad thing about the zone. You can kind of jump on these clouds to make like bounce pads and whatnot, so you kind of get back to where you were. Well, let's try not to fall this time. But yeah, Sky Sanctuary was picked in Sonic Generations to be a level in that game, and honestly, it was well deserved. If I think about Sonic 3 and Knuckles, this is the climax of the game, so this level comes to mind a lot. But unfortunately, we're gonna have to do a quick boss recap. Hey, you guys remember this boss is the first boss we ever fought in this playthrough. This is the egg ball and chain thing. This is the same boss that we had in the very first Sonic game, very first boss of the very first Sonic game. But as you can see, Eggman's not controlling it. No, that's a new character. That's Mecha Sonic. Well, I think it's the same Mecha Sonic from Sonic 2, the very end, but it's more upgraded than normal. So we just gotta fight him, and you know, we just move on our merry way. And jump on here on this teleporter, transport us upwards. I'm gonna kill more egg robos. But yeah, that's the thing with this zone that I really like about it too, is like we're not only going through a really cool stage, but we're actually doing a quick like boss rush a little bit from like older Sonic games. And I actually really think it's kind of cool when Sonic games bring back old bosses. Now granted, I know they do it a lot, and that's probably to its own detriment, but whenever you see it for the first time, you're like, hey, I remember that boss from the first game, and this is the third game. That's kind of cool. I don't know. I call it rose-tinted glasses and nostalgia bait, you know, pandering and whatever, but I think it's probably kind of cool. Sonic Advance did the same thing, kind of, yeah. At its final boss gauntlet, you had to fight like old Sonic bosses and everything else, and I always liked that when I played that as a kid. But I don't know, I just like Sky Sanctuary Zone. I just like the theming of this zone. Okay, can I jump on these clouds here? Yeah, okay. I don't, well, let's just jump across here. Am I even going the right way? I can't even remember. I don't think I'm going the right way. That's okay. Watch out for the crumbly rocks there. We'll just come over here. If we come on this, oh, well, besides getting hit, jump on this platform here. There we go. Now I can jump through here. I just like to listen to the music. I might turn it up here and just let you guys listen to it, because this music's probably one of the best OSTs in this game. All right, so this boss is the same boss from Metropolis Zone of Sonic 2. Yeah, it's basically the same boss from that. You just have to kind of attack Mecha Sonic whenever he comes down and wait for the opening where the bubbles aren't, you know, gonna hit you. And then just take a hit at it, and whenever you drop a hit, he's gonna drop one of his egg bubbles, and you just kind of have to pop it when it comes down. And then finally, the last hit, he's gonna come over here and start shooting a laser at you. And then that's it. That's all done so we represented Sonic 1 and Sonic 2 in this boss gauntlet so far. And we're just gonna keep on moseying on that way. Get on top of the pillar like we always do. I always like doing that. Whee! There we go. Oh, I forgot that it kind of launches you if you hit the ground with that one. That's kind of cool. Okay, let me get onto this cloud here and bounce upwards. Crumbly platforms. You can fall to your death, but honestly, in this stage, falling to your death there isn't really too many opportunities for that to happen, so I wouldn't worry about it. You're mostly just going to be losing progress on the level. That's all it comes down to, which is kind of worse than death sometimes. But yeah, We jump in this one. We just got a little bit further to go. I think we're getting close to the end of the stage, really. Ah! He scared me. It's an Egg Robo jump scare. I like this part here. You kind of like go across these crumbly things and then... Yep. That's cool. That I almost fell down, by the way. But yeah, this is going to lead us straight to the boss of the level. Mechasonic's had enough. He said, I'm done trying to use the egg mobiles as a boss fight. I'm gonna fight you mano y mano, or hedgehoggy hedgehog. But yeah, this boss fight kind of works almost identical to the Sonic 2 final boss, like the first phase of the final boss. You just kind of have to watch his movements here. Luckily, you have rings, so you don't need to worry about dying. He's just gonna come around here and you just attack him. Instant shield is your best friend in this boss fight because it kind of, like I said, it extends your hitbox, so it makes it a little bit easier to get hits off of these guys. But yeah, that's the end. We defeated Mechasonic. And that's the end of Sky Sanctuary Zone. I just barely got an extra life from that. I got 80, what was that? 800,000 points. Goodness. So we're just gonna climb up this column as it's crumbling away. Sky Sanctuary is crumbling away. This is a really shame because Sky Sanctuary is such a pretty place. We're gonna hijack onto the Death Egg. We just barely have enough height to get to the next zone. This is the Death Egg Zone. The last level of Sonic 3 and Knuckles. So the next episode of Let's Play Sonic Origins Plus, we're going to finish up Sonic 3 and Knuckles. So I'll see you guys on the next episode.